on the views that are pretty good. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? This is episode 179. Tonight we're going to draft the best comedians backstage.
I'm fucking here. Sorry.
It's okay. I just didn't want people to panic. I wasn't panicked.
What an entrance.
Well, his hair's all disheveled.
Right.
He didn't shower.
Well,
jeez. No, sorry. I was bowling.
Oh, okay. I was gonna blame the look on the potential of having two new puppies because apparently that could be a thing. But hey, congrats! How'd you bowl?
246, 236, and a 172.
Hey, that's really good for Wii bowling.
Yeah.
Hey, all kidding aside, though, it's good to see you be able to bowl, especially with everything you went through over the last year or two, or it felt like 20 years. But either way, that's pretty awesome, man.
Do you put the robot back? Do you put the robot arm back on to go bowling?
I actually have to use a wrist brace because of the injuries I've had in the military. But good news, puppies confirmed by the vets. They are 5 weeks old, but they are perfectly healthy. They have worms like all puppies do. And everything's good to go, to include Tank Girl is perfectly healthy. Awesome, so us being canceled by the adoption agency, which I'd like to shout out, Pause for Life. You guys can go fuck yourselves by telling me I was a non-responsible pet owner. And the vets that I talked to today, they're coming for some of your animals. So have fun.
Hey, that's what happens when you mess with the wrong person. So bowling, puppies, pause for pet, go fuck yourself. Okay, we got that. Brandon, how's things, man? Go Seton Hall, apparently. The Pirate.
Yeah. I've been intermittent fasting, and I'm down 22 pounds.
Oh,
hell yeah, man. See, nice. I've been wanting to try that. I heard that's better for you as you get older.
Yep. And I can speak to this. I don't know how long you've done it. I've done it for probably over a year, and it's been really good. Like I can occasionally, I really push it. Sometimes I'll go 24 hours and not be that bad, but I'm 16 to 18 hours in between meals, and I feel the best I've felt in a while, honestly. And blood sugar and all that stuff's pretty good.
You do the whole thing where you like eat whatever you want for like 6 hours and then nothing until that time frame starts up again the next day, or how are you doing it?
Yes, within reason. Like today I had a cheat meal. We went out to the Italian restaurant and I had whatever the fuck I wanted. But 9 and 3 is my window, 9 a.m., 3 p.m. And I don't eat after 3 p.m., but I usually eat 2 meals, 9 and then 2:30. Normally it's, I'm eating a lot of fiber. So a lot of strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and raspberries and tomatoes and hummus and turkey and cheese and wraps and shrimp and beef and steak. So I'm not eating like terrible or not good things. I'm just not eating fast food, not eating cookies and refined sugar and getting my sugar the other way.
Man.
Still allow myself to eat good things. And I found what works for you. Is it 12 hours? Is it 16? Is it 14? Some people do the 23 and 1, but yeah, that's almost the perfect place.
23 and awesome. Miserable.
That's awesome, bro. I'm really proud of you, for real. Like, congrats.
Tomorrow will be 3 weeks, so
congrats, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And look at how gorgeous he is.
Stash it's gonna make that mustache and beard pop. Honestly,
the mustache is the most goddamn impressive thing I've seen. He just keeps letting it get better and better. Eventually, Brandon, I'm begging you, please eventually do a Raleigh fingers for me.
I'll do it for fun. You know what I hate? I hate putting so much wax in it that it just feels like I don't like that feeling on my face. I just like it to where it kind of goes out to the side. Got that little Civil War look to it. But what I don't like is my alcoholic uncle, where it was like this and it's just over your lip. Diabetes,
I like the old dudes, those mustaches over the lips and you can see the nicotine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep. So when you do the mustache like that, let me know. I'll do mine up for an episode too. I miss doing that. There was a cool company. They're still out there, I think, Mr. Stash Rollers, and I have a couple sets of those. They're really cool. They're like Velcro circles, so it can go out there. But we'll make sure to get our Copper Johns wax in there. Shout out to Ken. Last week had almost an entire perfect bracket on the bracket one. It was very impressive. 7 out of the 8 Elite 8, the perfect Final Four, the perfect championship, and the winner. 43 total points. So they were the winner of the $20 gift card. And somebody's going to win next Thursday, as long as you guys fill out a bracket, because we are doing the best comedians. And we talked a little bit about it on the Tuesday show. I'm more excited about this one than I have been in a couple of weeks. Like I said, we did talk about it Tuesday because there shouldn't be a clear-cut winner. Mario was kind of a shoe-in. We expected at least a finals.
I am the least excited about this one overall.
Ooh. Because your comedians aren't going to play well.
Is so subjective.
Yep.
That I honestly, I feel like I'm going to probably end up calling out at least one name where people are like, I don't know who that is. And we know our audience, and no offense to you guys, but offense to you guys, you don't look shit up before you come to vote. So if you say, I don't know who that is, next week when it comes to voting, you're just going to vote for the other guy because you don't know who the other person is.
Yep. That's what happened with actors.
I sound bitter about that, but I've seen it and heard it for 4 straight votes now.
So we challenge all of the viewers, do a little homework. If you're not sure a comedian, let's be honest. How many times do you surf YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the places that we're probably on right now? Hours a day. Just spend like 20 minutes. Watch a minute video of each comedian, and you might find somebody new that you truly like. And like we've seen it with the actors. We've seen it with some stuff who we think doesn't pan out. And that's kind of the fun little thing. I guess that's all in fun for this. But let's get into the order. All right, we'll put it up here. I just threw in random names. I'm going to press shuffle 3 times just to see if we can get Logan back in the 4 spot. All right, so here it is. They're mixed up on the wheel. And we'll draw for the number 1 pick. Not as important, I don't think, is Mario, but I don't want the 1 spot for him.
Hey.
Anytime honesty, I don't.
You know what I'm really interested to find out is how many of us have comedians that aren't on the others' lists.
Ooh. I have my list every week, so at the end of the show, if we want to compare, I'll definitely compare because that's a cool thing. Maybe we'll put it out on the socials, our list. But
I actually have the majority of my lists scattered on my desk. I've intentionally aesthetically left them scattered here.
Hell yeah!
So I've got a bunch that we can compare.
I think I only have 15 comedians on my list this week, and I mainly have such a small list because I can guarantee I've got comedians on my list that aren't on your guys' list.
I have 14, and I stopped because I'm like, I can guarantee you that I'm not really going to have to sweat competing with guys for anybody beyond maybe my first round pick.
I have a lot.
It's gonna be really. Like I said, I'm not excited, but at the same time, I'm kind of excited to see your guys' picks because this is where you're really gonna find out where the 5 of us, what our style of preferred comedy is. This is how you're gonna find out,
or our style of draft. Because I'm going a different route. I'm going to something that I like.
Going pandering? Are you pandering? Yo, you motherfucker! You pandering son of a bitch!
Hey, when you're the only guy that hasn't made a finals with a pick in 10 weeks,
you haven't made a final.
You haven't made a final?
I don't know. I
thought you did.
I'm adding to the pandering. Okay,
Brandon, help this man out. Maybe we need to get him Euban on the side for a week.
What's that?
Maybe we need to just get him Euban to fucking give him his picks for a week.
Or make
ladies and gentlemen from backstage, it's Euban Whack It Off.
There you go.
He's in my ear right now.
You're not going to be that lucky this week, Zach, you motherfucker. You pick your own shit.
All right. The number 2 pick is Brandon J. McDermott.
Are we calling it?
I tried.
Although.
That's less work that I have to do.
From the 3 spot. Could it be Logan back-to-back weeks?
Nah.
Or is he back to 4? Oh, Toby.
Ooh, Turb.
Right in the middle.
Number 3.
Stuck
in Logan's next. We know Logan's next.
Brandon, I hope, Brandon, you've been in the 5 a lot.
Yeah, Brandon's been 5 slotted quite a bit.
It would be wild, though, if it hits. We would have been in exact order on the screen.
We are.
We would have, but Brandon got the 4th spot.
Don't worry, I'll hold up your rears.
Logan will be bringing up the rear. Did you know, like today in the office, there was only me and another guy in there today, and in the office, there was somebody's actual work title that is called backdoor receiver. And I can't stop giggling.
Dude, bro, I would talk to that man on a daily basis.
Yep. Backdoor receiver at a grocery store.
Matt, where you been? Oh, I've been working with the backdoor receiver. What do you
Me and the backdoor receiver have been bumming cigs by the loading dock.
Me and the backdoor receiver, we've been talking about a lot of deep issues. Tissues? Issues. So here is draft board. As you can see here, round 1. So it goes myself, Zach, Toby, Brandon, Logan. Then Logan will start off round 2. And then we will go this way, then this way. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a snake draft. So Logan gets the last pick in the first round and the last pick of them all. And Toby, do you want to just remind the viewers what they cannot do while we are live?
I was fucking hoping you'd never ask. Let me explain the rules of this as far as it goes to the viewers. What we ask and beg of the viewers every week is we understand that you guys have your favorites. We know that you have your picks. We know you have your lists. There's those of you out there that are very passionate about the subjects that we talk about. But what we beg and plead with you not to do is do not type out or send in the chat at any point in time any of your picks or the people that you would like us to pick, because maybe somebody hasn't thought of that person, and we don't want to give anybody in this draft an advantage because we can see your comments.
Nailed it. And Brandon?
I have one question. Are we, and this, I just want clarification. I have no dog in the fight. Don't care one way or the other. Just want to make sure we know before we get started. Are we clearing out and saying this is just a best general comedians? Or are we saying best stand-up comedians? Are they good comedians? Okay, so stand-up comedians.
This is based on their stage performances, not their performances in movies or TV or anything like that.
Perfect.
So they can be in both, but they've had to have some time as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
So we are judging based on their stand-up comedian prowess. And
correct.
Great question. Correct. And if somebody that might not know comedians as well, if it's a false pick, then you just boo them, and then they can get a new pick.
Sure.
Because there is a chance at that.
Looking at you, Logan.
It could be me. I know some comedians that I'm like 85%. Most of these people were on stand-up, but
he's like, I think.
The
thing is, I'm really looking at my list, and I don't know. Like, I'm really torn. Like Matt was saying, like we don't want to make our picks based on pander, but some of our really strong picks are still pandering. But
that's okay.
At the same time, you don't. It's kind of like what Brandon and I were talking about before when we were talking about the actors. You have people like Gene Kelly and Humphrey Bogart, but they're not going to perform well because most people haven't seen their movies, even though their acting prowess or you've heard of their name. You don't know what they've done. It's the same thing. If you go too far back with a comedian or a comedian that's been out of the spotlight for too long, even though their name might be really well known, how well are they going to perform, even though you know who they are as a comedian? So it's going to be interesting. I'm very interested to see how this turns out.
Of all the drafts to get the number 1 pick, I did not want the number 1 pick. I didn't want it.
I almost wouldn't either. Yeah.
But
no, I don't know if I don't think I'd want the number 1. I think right now Brandon has the strongest position.
I like Brandon. I like the 3 spot either. But hey,
my hands are up here.
Hey,
Brandon's the backdoor receiver in this draft right now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
all right.
Hey.
You guys ready to kick?
And I'll be behind him.
You guys ready to kick this off?
Let's kick it off. Let's do it. It's like a redheaded stepchild.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm on the clock. I'm not even gonna waste any time. I'm gonna go for it. Why not?
I'm gonna open a Google tab because I'm gonna have to fucking.
No, you should be able to spell this one.
Okay.
Very easy one. George Carlin.
Yep, I'm crossing that one off.
Obviously, I think he's on everybody's list, and I think he's gonna be a pick that if you said, "Oh, you took him number 1," and he doesn't win, it's still a solid pick.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't go wrong with George Carlin. The only thing I didn't like about George Carlin is like later on, he really would start like getting in a rant.
Yeah.
And he would just go on about politics, and you'd just be like,
You remember his last HBO special with like the blue and back set drop?
Oh, it was great.
Fucking
I loved
painful.
It was great. It's just that
the one on I call it eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, where you decide to end yourself. That is one of his best ones. I laugh every second time. It's great.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Let's go. Now that's out of the way. No pressure for me. I'll pick again in 9 more picks. And hopefully 9 people on my board are not
I'm just
gone.
gonna
But
coast to that next. I'm gonna coast into that second pick.
producer Zach on the clock.
I'm not going to waste any time either. This man is filed under F for funny. It's Mitch Hedberg.
Oh, you bastard.
Ooh.
I knew he was gonna go with that.
Bastard.
I don't even have him on my list.
Yep.
He might be the funniest I don't know. He doesn't get nearly enough credit.
Well, because he's passed
He
away.
gets a lot of
years
credit.
ago.
Yeah, he died
He
young.
gets a shit ton of credit, and I actually feel like Mitch Hedberg gets more credit than he deserves because he passed away at a young age, and he did really well with stoners.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got
Yeah.
really good one-liners that are kind of like, if you were stoned off your, like, I guarantee Euban loves this man. I guarantee fucking what's his name, Beard Gang Actual loves this man.
I know Beer
But
Gang does. He
to-
posted a TikTok about it.
To
not
the
too long ago.
intellectual viewer, not really all that interesting.
No,
Hey,
he's great.
we're off to a good start.
Yep, good start.
Now on the clock.
And like I said, this is what we're gonna find out as we
100%.
move forward.
Love it. Toby.
Derb.
Number 3.
All I have to say, Toby, is you better fucking not.
Oh, do it.
Wow.
Okay, listen. First of all, I don't know where Brandon's gonna go. I know him and I are very similar on a lot of different things, but me, I love my dark comedians. I love my hecklers. I love the guys that can work crowds. I'm starting off hard with fucking Don Rickles.
Oh,
Yeah.
solid.
Don Rickles a fucking legend.
Legend.
He's
Solid
so
pick.
goddamn funny.
You know, what I love about Don is I see a lot of his stuff on TikTok nowadays. I don't know if you guys, maybe
yeah.
it's just my FYP.
Yeah.
As he got older, some of his jokes were similar, but still would hit him hard. Would still hit him hard.
The greatest thing about, so if nobody knows who Don Rickles is, all I ask is that you watch the roasts. Just put in Don Rickles roast, and holy shit! Like,
old
one of my
school
favorite things. Like, who was it? He looked over at Sammy. He's like, Sammy, I love you. I don't want you to move into my neighborhood, but I'm glad you're here.
That's Sammy
you're like,
Davis Jr. for the
Jesus
young folks in the audience.
Christ.
I think the great thing about him was, and Toby and anybody can speak to this when it comes to comedy, the most important part about it is timing. And yet he would move so flawlessly and so quickly and hit every joke with just enough amount of time for you to get the joke and laugh and move right along to the next one.
Like when
Yep.
he was doing he was doing a thing at a dinner, and it was Scorsese, I think, for
Oh, yeah,
Casino,
I know what you're
and he was
talking
like,
about.
blah blah blah. He goes, and Robert De Niro. He goes, Bobby, one of the greatest actors of all time. Ask him, he'll tell you. And then he just moves right on to the next thing, and it's like everybody understands the joke is Robert De Niro will talk himself up, and he just immediately he goes, Martin, he goes, love your movies. None of them good though. None of them good. But you got Bobby De Niro in there, and he's a great actor. He'll tell you. Ask him. And he just keeps moving, and you're like, God damn.
He's smooth.
His brain was just on a different level.
You know who else is on a different level?
Who?
Brandon J. McDermott.
Yeah,
Hey, from the 4 spot.
Kind of you to say. I've been told I need to be more humble, so I'm going to try. Look, in this spot, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that could be picked here. And you said the number 1 spot was tough. This is a loaded draft. This is going to be some tough matchups. I cannot turn down this pick though.
Don't do it.
Dave Chappelle.
Fuck me.
Ooh.
See, and I debated having him as number 1 because I didn't think somebody would grab Rickles.
I debated. I debated
Is that who you
Chappelle.
were
at
hoping
one
I
as well.
wasn't going to grab Brandon?
Yes.
That was my 2.
He was listed as number 1 for me, but I wanted to grab Don Rickles because I was like, if anybody else is going to grab him, it's going to be fucking Brandon.
Rickles is on my list. Was on my list. Don't get me wrong. The thing with Dave is he has been able to, his stand up 25 years ago to now, of course, so much different. And I think that changed with how life has fucked him up, and really, and we're all changed and shaped by our life experiences. But I think with him, the ability to reach people on an intellectual level and yet transfer in the next minute to the funniest joke ever and
He's
piss
just-
people off.
He's just fucking relatable.
So good.
Chappelle is just straight 100% fucking relatable, regardless of the audience.
Yep.
You know who's not very relatable? Logan.
Logan.
And a proper kiss my ass to you, sir. Man, I'm gonna go with Eddie Murphy.
Eddie
Not a bad
Murphy.
choice either.
Eddie
Not a
Murphy.
bad
I get it. A lot of people that are younger don't understand Eddie Murphy.
Raw and
Now.
Delirious, two of the greatest fucking stand-ups
The funniest shit I've ever listened to. Like everyone we've named is awesome. Eddie Murphy is what I grew up on. My brother and I would listen to it in his room. My mom had a record player. My parents didn't know we were listening to it. That is the funniest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Did you have the
Fucking
red leather
amazing.
jacket?
Yeah. This is
yes,
a
actually.
solid. fucking
Ours was
turnaround.
Michael Jackson style, but it was the same.
Still.
Yes, it was. Yes,
You still
absolutely.
walked around with no shirt.
I'm still gonna say there's only one weak pick in the first round, and I'm gonna say Mitch Hedberg. However, I believe Mitch Hedberg is a pandering style, a pandering level comedian. I think he's still gonna do very well.
Nita finally picked some. We finally picked somebody that Nita over there actually knows. She's been.
Well,
going, I don't know.
Here
This.
for you.
He doesn't look at anything outside of the UK. If we're being
I'm
honest.
surprised Rickle didn't make it across the pond.
So the poll is up. Who won round one? Obviously, it doesn't really matter. This is just all in fun. So if you guys want to vote, just get warmed up for next Thursday. I did pair Brandon and Logan this round because they are the 4 and the 5, so they should get extra votes if people love your picks. So, so that while that poll is going on, we'll let it go for a little bit. It appears that Beardlaw is in the lead, followed by Brandon and Logan, Toby, then followed by Zach in the first round. So we'll get the final results, obviously, when we hit that. And that's a solid round one. It's going to, as we do these drafts, we see that rounds 4 and 5 are just as tough, if not tougher, in round 1, but 2 is going to be tough. And you get to start it off, Logan, so have fun with it.
Richard Pryor.
Wow. wasting time.
Motherfucker, there's my number 2 right there. God damn it.
Pryor would have been my number 1, except Murphy meant more to me than Pryor did. But Pryor is number 2.
And you got back to back.
Yeah,
But
so it
you know
made
what?
it easy. But
I promise you right now, Pryor's gonna go further in the draft than Murphy.
he very well could.
Oh, yeah.
I think Murphy's stuff is a little bit more relatable and funnier, but that's just my own thing because it's a little bit newer. But I mean, Murphy took his stuff from Pryor. Like they go hand in hand. Richard Pryor telling the story about when he burned himself. Funny as shit. It's so hilarious.
Everything
And he was so
Richard Pryor-
honest.
Everything Richard Pryor did with, and you can't think Richard Pryor and know his stand up without going, oh, motherfucker. Like,
You know, what's funny is you say about Eddie Murphy. And I'm not going to name the person, but there's a person who influenced Richard Pryor a lot because they wrote jokes together that is still alive. But anyway, I don't want to name another comedian. And
I think I know.
Yep.
I already picked a guy that's been canceled.
Oh.
Am I up?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to pick another person who's been canceled. I'm going to say Louis C.K.
Ooh,
Nice.
Here's the thing. I didn't put him on my list because I figured he'd go so fast it wouldn't even be worth putting it on there. Because I think I've only been number 1 draft pick twice out of 10 weeks. And I was like, odds are not in my favor for Louis C.K.
Yep. No, it's a obviously solid pick.
Funny dude.
And we haven't had that moment quite yet where we're like, you just picked that person. And I don't think it's going to be Toby, but maybe it is for the first time. He's never really been the first round pick. Maybe it'll be the first person for us to give that what the fuck moment.
By the way,
Sure.
I'd like to point out that if you have not heard Louis C.K.'s pony story, you have to fucking hear it. Oh my
Agreed.
God.
Yep.
Or Louis C.K.'s episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee is
Oh, yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
It's good too.
It's
Yeah.
so good. In that stupid fucking car that they're in with the friggin' fringy canopy, it's awesome.
It's a good one. All right. Speaking of good ones, let's see if this is a good one. Toby.
Turb.
All right, for my next one, I don't know how well anybody knows him, but I am just fucking addicted to this man. Tom Segura.
Yes. Yes.
Tom Segura. Jesus.
He's
If
funny.
you have not heard Tom Segura's Bad Doctor fucking stand-up routine, top fucking notch.
Agree.
Top
You
He's
listen to Bears Den?
Well, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to their podcast.
Yeah.
I'm
he
not
is
saying the name of the other comedian in there because he's also on my list, and I'm kind of fingers crossed on that one.
all right. This is the updated list. Producer Zach, myself, quick pause. Then we will go to round 3. That's a great pick, by the way. Great pick. How you feeling over there?
I feel like I just found the longest beard hair I've ever grown.
Wrath has yet to ever see Tom Segura stand up. Are you
That's
fucking
craziness.
me right now?
Wrath, you have some you have some homework to do, my friend.
You know what, Wrath? I want fucking Child Protective Services to take away at least one of your children.
Wow.
Whoa!
Hey, only
I
one.
said, like I said, that's bad parenting.
By the time they get there, he'll be able to at least pick out his favorite and least favorites. So
Jesus.
least you gave-
Dave Chappelle
Again,
was
if
gonna
you
be
guys
my
don't
number 2.
recognize these names, we are doing nothing but handing you hilarious, tear-inducing comedy gold. Please go check these people out before you come back next week if you don't recognize their names, so that you can enjoy what they give to the general population. Even if you don't like them more than another person, at least you know what they bring to the table, and you get yourself a little bit of joy just by doing some research. If you've never done research on a draft before, this is the one to do your research on.
Agreed.
Agree.
You want to just show the
Ladies
board?
and gentlemen,
You wanna
we
just show the board.
the
back?
pick is in. The pick is in. From producer Zach. Bert Kreischer.
Yep.
Bert Kreischer.
Fuck me.
I had a feeling he was going to go after Segura.
Yeah.
Machine.
They need to be
The
next to each other at all times.
Machine. That is one of the greatest podcasts on the face of the fucking planet.
It is very,
Should I
very
take my
good.
shirt off
The-
right now?
my second favorite podcast of all time is The Basement Yard. And I can't consider him to be a comedian because he's not a stand-up. But Jesus Christ, if you've never watched the Basement Yard podcast, 100%, I back that with every ounce of my being.
I can't wait to give another podcast recommendation when
When they come up.
Matt or I
We have a good one.
potentially draft the guy that I think it's on both of our lists. We'll get to it.
It is. It is. All right. So for anybody keeping track of round 1 voting, I think Toby, you were at some point. I think you took Toby 1 with 36% of round 1
Oh,
votes.
damn. That must have been
Just-
an even fucking round of scoring.
36, 31 for myself, Brandon and Logan 21, and Zach 10%. So there we go. That was round
Well, at least
1.
the top 3 were fairly close.
All right.
Although-
my pick. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. We're going a different route here with Segura and Kreischer. I'm going to go Bill Burr.
Okay.
Fucker.
I
Motherfucker.
didn't have him on my list.
Ooh.
I feel like I've disrespected.
What?
He was my next.
He wasn't even on my
That
list.
was definitely my very next.
He was number 2 on my list.
And in full disclosure, I took Segura and Kreischer off my first list because I thought for sure they would go first round, both of them.
Mhm.
I didn't put them on my list. When you put Segura, I'm like, that's right. I can go Kreischer now because they didn't get picked first round.
Yeah.
It is true. There we go. All right. So that concludes round 2. And this is solid. We got some really good teams. This is how it shakes out. The poll is up. If anybody wants to vote, who won round 2? Doesn't have anything to do with 1, 3, 4, or 5, or the person that picked them. Who won round 2? Was it Bill Burr, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Louis C.K., or Richard Pryor?
And this round is particularly on brand
Matt,
because all of
You,
these
can
gentlemen.
you put my name up front again real quick? Or my face? Okay, I'm going to reiterate this again for the crowd. Listen, we all understand that you all have some favorite comedians out there. We all understand that you guys have your own picks. We all understand that we all have our own feelings. However, what we do ask is that you do not name any kind of names whatsoever, or any of the people that would be on your list, or movies that would be on your list, or video games, or whatever the topic of discussion is, because maybe somebody doesn't have your pick on their list, and now they're seeing that that's somebody that the crowd is kind of liking. So what we ask you to do is please refrain from stating any names as to what you would like people to pick, in order to prevent us from kind of cheating into the crowd and pandering to the crowd. That's what we ask. Thank you very much. Please don't do that.
Thank
And
you.
I would just say pay attention to, and we'll, as we have been, show the draft order and the current draft list so you can see who's been picked often. So pay attention to that.
So apparently there's some audio issues that people are saying. Not sure what kind. I don't hear anything on my end.
I think I just heard an echo on Brandon.
Okay, here's the thing. Let me explain something like this. As somebody that works as a help desk representative, when you say things like, I have an audio issue or shit's not working, you're not being descriptive. You're not specifying your issue. You're not telling us exactly what the fucking problem is. So
Yes.
please tell us.
It
What
was
is
crackly.
the audio issue?
Well, now we're peaking.
Yeah, now we're peaking.
Apparently it was cracked, choppy. There's a bit of lag, but it's fine now.
But who's
Yeah.
cracked and choppy?
I don't know.
Are we running the podcast
Like,
or you've been
I work on a system that has 3 screens, and every day I get at least 5 tickets that say my screen's black. Well, fucking which one? So I know how to fix it.
Oh, it was when you were talking.
It was breaking out when I was talking.
That's the audio peaking.
Where is it?
Everyone.
All right, folks, and let's cut this. Let's dump this feed because that's going to be messy.
Lucky, why didn't you say some shit, woman?
So this is awesome. Here's the support. Ready? It's all of you. It's Beard Laws. It's Toby. It's everyone. It's all of you. Everyone. Which one?
Oh, it's everybody. Everybody's fucked up.
It's probably just my face.
Which one? It's the one that's powered off. I'll fucking kill you. I will drive to your store in Alabama and I will stab you in the neck.
Whoa.
I said what the fuck I said. I'm not afraid of it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't
the
need
actions
stop.
and words expressed on this podcast by individuals in the podcast do not express and represent the views and beliefs from all members on the Beard Laws podcast and the Talking Beards Network and family of shows. Thank you for listening.
Perfect. That was well played. That was very well
Round
played.
3.
All right. Well, either way, I guess you guys can't hear us, so you might want to pay attention. Oh, no, I wasn't ready. All right. So I'm going to go with the next pick. Apparently. All right. I'm going to do the thing. Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm. 2 solid picks right there, my friend.
Chris Rock.
2 solid picks.
Hopefully that was a cross off of Toby's list because. No? Damn.
I love Chris Rock, but I didn't put it on there.
All right. I went with it.
Grim
Did it.
says this place is a prison, and I'll just say that for any prison that you're in, this is the best place to get spank bank material. So you're welcome.
Whoa.
Hey.
Yeah.
Backdoor receiver.
100% agree.
New job title. All right. Producer Zach is on the clock. Oh, sorry. I was doing the thing. You did the thing.
Lewis Black.
Oh, good one. Off my list.
Toby was like, it was so close. It was there. It was right there. I feel like Toby and Zach are on a like the same wavelength for the
Do we
comedians.
gel really well on comedians?
As far as comedy goes, we probably gel a lot closer than a lot of people think. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to throw a pandering on this next one.
That was tough for you to say, I feel.
Yeah.
Like we are agreeing on the same
It
thing.
wasn't necessarily easy, but you know what? With the exception of the Mitch Hedberg thing, I respect all of his decisions so far. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna kind of pander a little bit because even though this isn't part of my typical style of comedy, I fucking can't get enough of this man. And he has a new special out. Bill Engvall.
Oh, thank God.
Bill Engvall.
What?
I love this guy.
You know, it's funny. He's great. It just wasn't my pick. I'm not putting down the pick.
No, like we talk about the blue collar comedy tour. Listen, Jeff Foxworthy, overdone, and fucking Larry the Cable Guy, can't stand him. Bill Engvall though is the most relatable, down to earth. Like he doesn't just do like redneck shit. Like he does everyday everybody's stuff. And if you watch the latest special that he's got, oh my god, dude, I was in tears.
Does anyone agree with me that tour and Lewis Black right about the same time brought back stand-up comedy? Like it kind of did. It brought like it.
No,
it
agree
took
with
the
that.
old style
That the Kings of Comedy really
and the Kings of Comedy, yeah, all at the same time. But like all of a sudden,
stand-up.
it was relevant again. Stand-up comedy was relevant with these tours, and boom, it exploded again. Thank God, because it had kind of disappeared with Saturday Night Live and all the movies and everything like that.
Mad TV and all that.
Yeah.
What, Kings of Comedy. What? It was Kings of Comedy, the one with like Cedric the Entertainer and all that, or was that Def Jam Comedy Tour?
No, that was Cedric the Entertainer. Well, I don't want to name off a bunch of names because
I didn't really drop it. Yeah. My bad, my blunder on that.
Yes,
weren't one or two of them on the same? Didn't
they might
have done the same tour?
Yeah, you had guys that were on Kings of Comedy and Def Jam.
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong.
nice, solid pick. Got the conversation going. People excited, and Brandon is pumped because he thought you had his pick, and now he's there.
Yeah, Logan, don't do that.
I didn't.
Don't.
I didn't.
You pickle. You're a pickle.
You pickle.
You are what you eat.
A Clausen pickle. Those are the only pickles that
Backdoor
exist.
receiver, Brandon McDermott.
Hold on. I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
A cat jumped up here and unplugged some shit, and I was about to call, the help desk, but I figured I'd get Toby. So, can I take a look at the list real quick? I want to see the.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go full screen with the list.
Oh, son of a bitch! Never mind. God damn it! All right.
Oh, who was it? Somebody on the list?
It was Lewis Black, wasn't it?
No, not Lewis Black. Come on. I've got taste. Lewis Black. You heard one Lewis Black line, and you've heard all. He gets angry and he yells, "Oh, it's funny! It's great! It's politically, charged. Great, funny. Yeah, okay. Look, I'm pulling out the Toby line because I don't know. Should I go somebody I think belongs on the list, but that's going to do terribly amongst everybody, or should I push a pander?
It's only round 3. I usually
know.
save those for 5, but
Let's go. Go Robin Williams.
there it is, Toby.
Swear to God, if that motherfucker takes first place,
Because how
I'm
can
quitting
he's
this
got to be on
fucking
the list?
show.
And
I'm not joking. If Robin Williams wins this bracket challenge, I quit the Thursday show. I'm not joking. I am not joking.
He went off about this Tuesday. If you guys want to watch a recap on that,
Jace, clip it.
And I want to say this: he had 2 stand-up. You talk about Kings of Comedy and Blue Collar Comedy Show. I don't know when those came out, but 2002 he had one that was just a fucking awesome one that I think was
His 2002 show was probably the only one I was able to tolerate.
okay.
But he did the what was the ones that he did all the time with Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg, and it was the what was that? Brandon, do you remember the name of that?
Not off the top of my head.
That was the ones where they were raising money for stuff.
Oh yeah. Trying to look it up here while we chat.
Cut the mic.
I'm just gonna rip off like 5 pretty epic.
I'm Toby. I did 2 passionate
That was
full
awesome.
screen rants about this.
It was
Listen,
good.
I'm
Ripped
sorry.
off
If anybody thinks that Toby is joking about quitting this show, if Robin Williams were to win this stand-up matchup, you're going to be unpleasantly surprised if you enjoyed seeing Toby on this show. I promise you.
Billy Crystal and Whoopi Goldberg should not be.
Well, I
So
know,
there's
but
that.
Jesus.
Yeah. Not 25, but
I mean, the scene where Robin Williams does one of these to describe fellatio.
Comic relief.
Comic relief. Yeah, thank you, Brandon. Yes, comic relief.
All right, Logan. Let's close out round.
I'm up, eh?
Yeah, hoser.
Yeah,
Ya hoser. We're gonna go watch Strange Brew right after this.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm in.
I gotta go Jim Jeffries.
Oh, that's a good one.
You motherfucker.
He's a
I love
funny
Jim Jeffries, but his
son of a
views on
bitch.
fucking gun control are just like, all right.
Solid pick.
Jim Jeffries is
Great fucking
laugh out
comedian.
loud comedy.
His
At
bit,
its
of-
best.
Great
his bit
fucking
about
comedian.
the coke wank is fucking amazing.
Everything Jim Jeffries does is fucking phenomenal.
All right,
I
let's
fucking
get
love
the
that guy.
up to date. What we have through 3 rounds, 2 to go. Any of those that came to meth? That's 10 more picks. 10 more picks. Poll is up to see who you thought won round 3. Was it Chris Rock, Lewis Black, Bill Engvall, Robin Williams, Toby's favorite, or Jim Jeffries? So there we go.
Robin Williams is I don't know how, because I love the fuck man, but he has become the Jim Carrey of my Thursday show.
I don't think there's too many more topics, unfortunately, after this that we could probably keep throwing Robin Williams.
Hairiest people in the world.
Did he have a one-hit wonder?
God, if that motherfucker has an album out, I'm
sitcoms.
fucking walking away
He
from
can
this
still come
show.
at us into
Sitcoms,
Sitcoms.
and he does have a few songs.
Does he?
Mork and Mindy was great, though. I'm not gonna
I believe he's in a
damn
couple songs.
No.
And then if you ever did Disney songs, he's definitely on there.
Interesting. All right.
Can anybody
Forward.
here remember the name of the other actress that was in Mork and Mindy besides me?
Mindy?
Without looking it up,
Oh, fuck,
I can't.
Pam Dwyer. You're welcome.
Pam Dwyer? Is that what you just said?
Yep.
Pan?
Pam.
Pam.
Pan?
Fuck would I say Pan?
Pan?
Look, you dumb motherfucker.
Pan?
I feel like
All
he's
right.
angry tonight.
Choke him.
I'm not going to. After the show, we can do that. Remember, I have to share an office with him Monday through Friday.
Oh yeah,
Logan.
sorry. Any spies on you?
Yes, big time. Logan's up. Starting off round 4.
All right, the grossest, flat out meanest, sickest, deadliest comedian out there, Jimmy Carr. And I know I did not get that from the list. Jimmy
God.
Carr's when he's on a show and they ask him what the worst, sickest joke is that he's ever said, and look it up. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to just look it up. It's fucked up. And it is
plays
right up
a
my
crowd
alley.
better than Jimmy Carr. Nobody.
What?
Nobody plays a crowd better than Jimmy Carr.
He's awesome.
Very dry.
Very dry.
He's got that British dry humor, but he's
Yeah. But look, if I'm telling you, look up Jimmy Carr's worst, dirtiest joke ever, whatever the title is, and you're just like, ugh. And it's hilarious.
No, he was my next pick, so I've got no qualms about that.
Solid.
And if you ever really want good Jimmy Carr, find the ones where people start heckling him. Can't
Well,
beat him.
he does it intentionally at the towards the end of every show. He's like, "Does anybody have anything they want to say to me?"
Right.
He's like, "Oh, okay, you, sir." And he just
Yep.
goes off on people. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
All right.
Get rid-
Oh, yeah.
May we see the edited list.
Yes. Yes, we can. We're having a little technical difficulties. The list got messed up, but we're back. Here's the update list. Brandon is on the clock.
All right, so I don't see who I want on there. Okay. Norm Macdonald.
Solid.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Give me a second.
Genius.
Solid fucking pick, man. That is a solid number 4.
Did you guys see the stuff that he made that was released after he passed? That was
Yes.
That shit was funny as shit.
Yep. Solid pick indeed. All right. Toby, that puts you on the clock.
Mac.
I'm going with the darkest of the dark. You guys know me. I love my sarcasm. I love my dark humor. I love I love delivery. I love the way, the comedic pauses, and this guy knows how to do it perfectly. My number 4 pick is Anthony Jeselnik.
You fucker.
Yeah, good one.
Great pick. Not easy to spell. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying fucker about. I'm gonna have to spell that at least twice now.
Jessess.
No, not even close.
it has to
Is
be
it?
somewhat
Nope.
close.
Well, you'll figure it out.
Jeselin, isn't it?
Nope.
Oh,
Jeselnik.
oh, I forgot the K.
I didn't know that.
Jeselnik.
I looked
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
list. I'm not that smart.
He's brutal.
Congrats to Brandon and Logan for winning round 3. Beard Laws 30%, Toby 25%, and 5%. I don't know what I said.
I
Percent.
truly believe
Percent.
Zach only gets low scores because it's Zach. This is
It's
again why
It's
we
warranted.
don't say who picked who when it comes to the bracket challenge.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with a buddy of mine last weekend
You have friends?
about drafting, and he's you get like, why do you get shit on? And I'm like, you know what? I'm done pandering. I'm over it. I'm just gonna pick dream teams. I can sleep well at night knowing that my teams are who I think are the 5 best for me available at any given time, and I don't care. I'm not a chalk guy. That's why I stopped betting. So
I'm just happy that we're picking comedians, so Pokemon can't make your fucking list somehow.
Oh, you just challenged him. You should have said that right after.
Yeah. He's gonna be
I
like
ruined his
Jinx.
search history.
He's gonna be like Jinx is my favorite comedian, number 5.
Pikachu.
Mr. Mime is way funnier.
Speaking of number 2,
Hey, it's me. I feel like I should take this now before Matthew does. Hey, Toby, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
If the sky is the limit, then why are there footprints on the moon?
Just say
Chad Daniels.
God damn it. God
Chad
damn
Daniels is good.
No,
The Chatty
Listen.
Daddy.
the IHOP fucking story from Chad Daniels. Holy shit.
Have
By
you
the way,
seen the
Footprints on
animated
Moon is
version of it?
probably his best album, but
Have you
Jesus
seen the
Christ.
animated? Like somebody went like in paint.
Yes.
They fucking animated. Oh, dude, that is
Yes.
so funny.
Ooh.
I could watch the gif of the fucking of Chad getting his arm stuck to the table and getting pissed about it endlessly.
That's an interesting concept where we do part of
Excuse
the
me.
draft.
But is a passport not a valid premise of these 50 states?
So you might as well tell them the podcast name.
So yeah, podcast Bears Den, the one that Toby mentioned out. What would you call it? Basement
The basement yard.
yard. Middle of somewhere with Chad Daniels and Cy Amundsen.
Oh, whoa, spoiler.
He's not active anymore.
He's not.
Well,
Yeah,
there are
Cyan-
some of the ones that have passed away.
Oh.
Anyways, that's a tough one to spell. But either way, yeah, if you haven't seen that or listened to that one, definitely check out Middle of Somewhere. It's awesome, Toby. Or Brandon or anybody else. All right.
Huge back catalog too. So
I love Chad Daniels. God damn, I fucking love that man.
He is awesome.
Angel knows. She's heard me listen to his stand-up routines over and over and over again.
He's pretty awesome. All right, I guess I got to pick, huh? Okay. Steve Martin.
okay.
Oh, you know, I am 47 years old. I think I was 12 years old when I heard my first Steve Martin stand up. It was from an 8-track that my dad had. And to this day, I still use a joke that Steve Martin was one of the first people that I ever knew even used this. And it's I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes.
He said it during a stand-up. Somebody was like, "What was your mood ring saying?" He goes, "I remember when I had my first beer," and it stuck with me since then.
Here is the updated list. Go ahead and vote for round 4 if you want. I'm not the boss of you, but this is what we have. Again, do you think Steve Martin, Chad Daniels, Anthony, name can't say, Norm McDonald, or Jimmy Carr was the best pick in round 4?
It's Jeselnik. It's okay for you to say.
Oh, yeah, I'm very bad at pronouncing names, so I just skip them. And I just think it's funny to say names I can't pronounce. So that is round 4. This is where it gets fun. This is where, I don't think we've really have we had that first, like, you picked that person moment yet? Did I just have it?
Bill Engvall.
Yes, round 1, Mitch Hedberg.
For
No.
Toby. Brandon,
No.
did you have a pick that you were like, oh, really?
Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
Really?
There you go.
And I like
so
Mitch
did the
Hedberg. I thought
crowd.
he
They
was
gave you
good.
10%, bro, and I don't think that was just because it's you.
Don't get me wrong, great comedian. I have him on my list. If he's picked on this top 25, I would have no problem with that. I just thought it was a little too high. That's all.
He was a little too high, if you know what I'm saying.
He was.
I don't know Chad Daniels.
Oh, he's good.
Oh man,
Oh,
God.
Chad's
See,
right up your.
I'm not
alley,
saying
too.
I haven't
Daniels
watched.
before next week. Logan,
I will- I will.
please,
Yeah.
I will.
God, research that, man.
I'm not saying I haven't watched him. I just don't. I don't know him.
My
you know, like,
personal
it's not
favorite
someone
is
that-
his Acme comedy special from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Toby and Footprints on the Moon are 2 of my favorites.
Footprints on the Moon is by far, like, just research Footprints on the Moon on even Spotify. You can listen to
It's
the
all
whole thing.
of his stuff is on Spotify.
Yeah, he just recorded a live special, and he did both of them back to back.
Yep.
2 different hours back to back. One
He's
take.
awesome.
Alright. I'll check it.
All right,
Round.
we ready
5.
for round 5?
Yeah.
I don't know if I am yet. I'm gonna. All right, I'm
And
gonna.
I can think of 20 more great comedians like
Yeah.
this. This is a
Oh,
great.
the list is ridiculous.
I'm gonna go. Jerry Seinfeld.
Good one.
What is the deal with the Thursday show?
What, Toby?
Don't think he's gonna do well.
I don't think so either, but I love Jerry Seinfeld.
You gotta give him his props, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it kind of triggered him up my list a little more when we were talking about the Cars, the show.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That it was just
I
like-
look at Jerry Seinfeld and Jeff Foxworthy very similar, probably the same way that Brandon looks at Lewis Black. Exact same thing over and over and over again, just with maybe a different anecdote, but it's the exact same joke every time.
He's definitely formulaic, and he doesn't get off the formula. It's true.
I'm definitely going to go home and eat a salad and watch a bunch of Seinfeld now.
That
How come you can pet a dog, but you can't pet a file?
Wow. Yeah, all right.
All right, he says.
That's a good one.
the TV show still is funny to this day.
Oh, I can't wait to show Seinfeld to my 4-year-old.
Yes.
The
Exactly.
show,
I'm ready.
honestly,
fucking
the
nuts.
show is funnier than his stand-up, and the show is funnier because of his supporting cast.
Yeah.
My kids watched the Soup Nazi episode, the original Soup Nazi episode,
Oh, Jesus.
like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, and they were like, "This is hilarious."
No,
So many of my just like my daily references are Seinfeld references. And what's even funnier
Is that you're up?
Is that I'm up? Okay.
Mhm.
I know my pick. I almost exclusively watched Seinfeld until it started streaming on Hulu, just at laundromats waiting for my mom to be done tanning. Anyway.
You had to get that out, didn't you?
I did.
Your mom
'cause
tanned
Not
at
your mom.
laundromat?
I'm still thinking about my 5th round pick.
Wait, what the fuck? Your mom tanned at laundromats?
Yeah, that's where the only tanning booth is in our hometown. Is it's at a laundromat.
Back, I'm gonna tell you something. That's what she told you she was doing. Okay, she was
It was the 90s. There was an Adams Family pinball machine.
Oh shit!
Get off my back.
Logan's like, I can't, man.
Pick and get.
It makes complete sense though. We live in the same area.
It does.
I think sang is just not my shit. But, I mean, anyway, roll tide, I guess.
You're gonna not get a pick in about 3 goddamn
Oh
seconds.
my god! Fine, Nikki Glazer.
Ooh, nice.
Who?
Nikki Glazer.
I don't think I know Nikki Glazer.
Oh, she's fucking funny.
Hilarious, dude. She's probably the funniest female comedian out there right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd agree.
I'm trying to remember the name of the blonde.
That's Nikki Glazer.
She does a
That's-
lot of the roast.
She's got the New York kind of accent to her.
Oh, I know Nikki. I didn't know her by name.
I still think you're talking about Nikki Glazer.
This?
Yeah, she was in wasn't she in oh shit, what was the name of the fucking movie? Oh no, you guys probably don't know the name of it. Never mind.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
She was in Trainwreck and I Feel Pretty, according
Yep.
to Google.
Neither one of those two is what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
It was a Netflix. It was a Netflix movie, but it was really good. It was with Mark Wahlberg.
I know him. Well, I don't know him.
You know who
but,
else is in a movie with Mark Wahlberg? Dobie.
God, that'd be fucking great. I love Mark Wahlberg. I'm really kind of fucking stuck right now between who I think is the better comedian and who I think will do better.
Ooh.
All right. All right. The
You
person
said
I
all
don't
right,
pick,
your heart was
I'm
like-
going to name after we do all of our picks. But I'm going to go with Gabriel Iglesias.
Ooh. I like it.
Solid pick.
Fluffy. I'm going with Fluffy.
Yep.
Does have a good stand-up. My fucking dude, I definitely laugh every time he's on. But
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Funny guy for sure.
Sorry, I'm pretty Caucasian. I had to look up how to spell Iglesias.
understandable.
If we're voting on names drafted that are the toughest to spell, Toby wins hands down. Hands down.
I almost said Galifianakis. Good fucking luck on that shit.
I just would have put friends down.
Brandon's last pick. No pressure.
Let me see it. Let me see the list. Show me it. Unzip
I
it.
thought you just said Missy Elliott.
Show him the
Let's see
money.
my list.
Unzip the list.
Let me see the list. Okay. Yeah. We're going to talk about a bunch of people who got left off the list. And I think I may have been a little bit of pandering towards a little bit of this, but I'll say with this one, I'm not pandering at all. I'm being 100% real. If you watch any of my comedy, if you can call it that online, or what I say here, my one-liners, when I say this, Toby's going to be like, oh my God, it makes sense. It's going to click. It's going to come together.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will.
Jonathan Winters.
Oh, fuck. Yes. Yeah, it absolutely does.
So that's how it's almost like that game show laugh and then the punchline. And yeah,
That's another Mork and Mindy fucking regular.
He and Robin Williams, when they're on stage together going back and forth. Oh,
Oh, God. Yeah.
that is hilarious. I can watch that 100 times.
Hell yeah. Great pick. Great pick. Last pick of the draft. Mr. Irrelevant, the draft pick, not Logan.
This is the toughest one for me
Jonathan
Yeah.
because I got a list that
Great
is just
bro.
has made me cry while laughing at them.
Don't mess it up. You've got a good thing
There's
going.
a few that just absolutely need to be on here, but God damn it.
It's not easy because we could each pick like another fucking 5 guys easy.
Right.
Mhm.
And I could I'm kind of torn. Pander, no pander, but it's not pandering if they're fucking funny.
It's true.
And if their stand-up is hilarious, their stand-up is hilarious.
That's what we're drafting.
That's what we're drafting, right?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So I'm going to omit some of my favorites for someone who I don't know, maybe I don't know. God fuck shit.
This is where people don't understand the struggle of the number 5 pick. This
And the
is
last
the
one.
hardest pick because you
Right.
feel like
Yeah.
you're neglecting other people that deserve to be on the list.
Mhm.
Give me a second. I'll get this. There's one who just made,
Sub-
and then we're gonna talk about them all. Who's the fucking?
I mean, at this
who's-
point, we're not going to have time to talk
I know,
about
shut
them
up.
all.
who's the funniest? Who's the funniest? Who's the funniest? The funniest,
This is the last pick, Matt. You got
and you're not gonna win anyways. I got to give props to Nimesh Patel.
Who the fuck is Nimesh
Who?
Patel?
Nimesh
Number one
Patel.
comedian in Pakistan. All right.
No, this
No,
dude's
I'm not gonna lie to you. If he's every single name that you guys have mentioned, if I haven't heard of them, I'm writing them down.
You know who that guy is.
and I only know about him through TikTok. I will admit this,
Oh, that guy.
but he's
Oh,
fucking
dude,
hilarious.
if I was going with TikTok comedians, I would have gone with Matt Rife.
yes, Matt Rife is
Holy
I'm between.
fuck.
Now that I said it, Matt Rife, Nimesh Patel. I'm just gonna do this because I gotta go. I got somewhere to be. Nimesh Patel, Matt Rife, Russell Peters, Joan Rivers, Carol Burnett, Jim Carrey, Dane Cook, Brad Williams, and Ron White.
Russell Peters would probably have been your best bet out of all
Russell
of
Peters
those.
is fucking funny.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Good one as
I
well.
don't know that one.
Yeah.
Joan
Let's throw those
Rivers, hilarious.
Jones good.
Her final stand up was amazing. And Brad Williams, when he talks about he's trying to yell at somebody, like
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is.
Brad
and they
Williams is
basically just
definitely on
pick
my
him up.
list.
They put Brad Williams on a countertop
Yep.
because he's a small person and he can't.
You know, I have Brad Williams's autograph.
Really?
Grimlock got it for me. Here, hold on. Let me grab it.
That Brad Williams stand up is really good. Dane Cook, I know Dane Cook gets shit on a lot.
Eddie Izzard. What a
Eddie
great
Izzard.
call.
Yeah, Eddie Izzard was also.
But do
on
they
my
have a
list.
flag?
So this is the time, chat, that
Cake
you
or death.
can just go ahead and put all of the picks you've been
Think
wanting
big.
to say.
That's awesome. Think
Yeah.
big.
That was awesome. Brandon, a couple of picks that that you wanted there. We'll go through these real quick, then we'll close this out and we'll get out of here.
Rondi Dangerfield, Red Fox, Bernie Mac, Gary Shandling, Bob Newhart. Those are pretty much the ones. There are other obvious ones I don't want to name because I know other people want to.
All great picks. Fucking legends.
Toby?
Bill Cosby, Stephen Wright, Joe Coy, Stephen Lynch. More recently, Randy Feltcase, Kevin Hart, and I had Brad Williams as well.
Bill
Oh.
Cosby, I know what he did and all that stuff. But if you go back to when
If
we were
you go back
younger,
and watch Bill Cosby's fucking stand up, holy shit.
that he ranks right up there with the greatest.
Yes.
For that time. It's hard to mention him because of everything, but if you just go comedian, Bill Cosby was at the fucking top.
Zach, was there a couple on there real quick?
Yeah. Shout out Joe Coy. That was
Joe
my wife
Coy's
and I's first
hilarious.
date. Was a Joe Coy stand up special. We still call each other Josep jokingly. John
Josep?
Mulaney, Josep, John Mulaney, Hannibal Buress, Eliza Schellinger, Mark Maron, Neil Brennan, Jesse May Peluso were the rest of the ones on my list. Jesse May Peluso, I've seen her live before too. It was fantastic.
So many great fucking
there's so
comedians.
many.
That just
Almost said Roseanne Barr.
When she was good, she was good.
When like 20 through
she's had a recent stand up.
she came back for the first.
I haven't watched
It was okay.
yet, but
It was pretty good. I almost threw out there, but I didn't.
Sarah Silverman is really funny. If you
shut
like
your
her,
fucking whore mouth.
no, hold on. If you like her comedy, if you're in that
Nobody
mood,
likes her goddamn comedy.
That's not
Stop
true.
talking and go to the thing that
she's
you had
hilarious.
To go.
If you're in the mood,
I got you, Logan.
Even
If
her
you're not in the mood
boyfriend's
for
not
Sarah
in the mood
Silverman,
when
you
she's
hate her.
around. Just fucking stop.
John Mulaney was good. Richard Belzer. I've never seen his comedy, but I bet he's awesome. Joan
Richard
Rivers.
Belzer. Have you ever seen Stephen Wright's comedy?
Yeah,
Oh my god,
it was good.
Talk about
The
dry.
most monotone, fucking hilarious man on the face of
Andrew
the planet.
Dice Clay. Good one.
Oh god,
I don't think I think he's so overplayed.
It's overplayed, but it's funny. Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yep.
I
With a
remember
buck and
him
a
coming
quarter.
on. I remember him coming on
Fucking whore.
MTV.
You guys are talking at the same time. Nobody can hear anything either of you are saying.
I will say this. Thank God nobody said Amy Schumer.
Yeah. We talked about it Tuesday. Thankfully, that would have been. I know for a fact Eubin and Richie were backstage waiting just in case somebody did. We were going to have to shut the show down.
Yep.
But
We
hey,
said that
solid
we'd shut
lift.
it down and let them come in.
Yep. And whoever did the pick was an automatic loss. So that's it. That's a wrap. Pretty much Toby won round 5 with his pick. That seemed to go over really well. This is it. We're going to put these into a bracket. You guys come back. Make sure you guys fill out a bracket. Send it over if you want a chance to win a $20 e-gift card to Copper John's. Because whoever has the most points wins. It'll be a good time. We'll do this all again next Thursday, and we'll be back Tuesday. Triple T.
Real quick question before we end the broadcast. For each of us, who do you, in your opinions, go ahead and pull that bracket back up. Who do each of us feel is the weakest pick in our brackets out of our drafts?
Like our individual teams?
Yep. So Matt, Zach, me, Brandon, Logan. We each have 5 guys. Who do you think is the weakest out of your 5?
Robin Williams.
Seinfeld.
Lewis Black.
Patel.
And I think mine's Bill Engvall.
So round 3.
That's a pretty yeah. Round 3.
I like my round 3. I like my round 3. but round 3
taken.
Can we redo round 3?
Yeah, all right, let's wipe it, guys. We're going long today.
Jace, clip it, cut out what we did. We're gonna put it in round 3 right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we're gonna pick it. Yeah, there you go.
No, that was good. No, that was a good point. Good question. And all right, we'll get out of here. We can't thank you guys enough. We'll be back Tuesday. Triple T will be back here Thursday to do the bracket. And that's all we got. You have anything good to say? He's not backstage, but I'm pressing bye. So.